And we are live. We are live from South Florida. It's about 9:30 in the morning, and you know, today is Thursday, September 6th, and it's the first day of the NFL season. So we are definitely happy for a little bit of change. What's up? For a little bit of change in sports, as MLB has been not the easiest of as of late, or maybe I'm just have this little black cloud over my head that doesn't allow me to do well sometimes. A lot of choices that we made last night seem to have backfired. We had Otani in a bunch of things, and um, you know, word spread about him about 6:45 with a torn, rotator cuff. So we took him out. Um, Ends up hitting a double home run. That's where I think that like the fantasy gods like basically watch me and are like, you know what, you're not winning. Like you have Otani in every single thing. Well, in a lot. You take him out and he hits a home run. It just I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. I tried like so hard to think of every reason to keep him in, but just couldn't do it. Didn't think he was gonna play. Figured he'd be a late scratch. Um, and of course he plays. Hits two home runs, and we just sit here and think, man, you just don't want us to win sometimes. But regardless, we move on to football. Also last night, Pittsburgh, I love them. They only put up 3 runs against Homer Bailey, which really surprised me. I thought they would do a better job of scoring runs against him. But 3 runs when you stack a team is not gonna. What is going on? 3 runs when you stack a team is not gonna cut it. I had Polanco, I had Dickerson, I love Moran. You know, Adam Frazier. These guys. I thought for sure we're just gonna rise, and they did nothing. Philadelphia, don't know what happened to their offense. Have no idea what happened to their offense. I mean, you scored 1 run against a crappy pitcher in Miami. Like, I just don't get it. Like, how you guys are fighting for a playoff spot, right? How could you possibly be such garbage? You know, so I liked a lot of people from the Angels, in the Texas game. Texas only put up 3 runs. Wheeler actually pitched well for the Mets. I thought the Detroit White Sox game was going to be rained out. Thank God I stayed away from it because I would have had Kopech, and looks like he didn't do very well last night. Let's take a look at what he did. What did he do? 3 innings, 9 hits, 7 earned runs, 6 strikeouts. He allowed 4 home runs. It's crazy. The Cubs, did well against Milwaukee. Houston put up 9 against Minnesota. Colorado and San Francisco was the Trevor Story. Looked like he basically did all the work with 2 home runs. Uh, who else do we have? We have the Yankees only scored 2 runs. You were right, Matt. You were right. I swear they were going to score 9 runs last night against Mike Fiers, and they basically. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what happened to their offense. I guess you can't do it every night in baseball, but I don't understand how you basically. Story had 3 home runs. Okay, I was wrong. Were they all solo shots? Let's take a look. Solo shot. Solo shot. Three solo shots. Wow. Yeah, as I said, the Yankees were bums. Seattle, Cruz homered, Span homered. I should have listened to you, Matt. Damn, I can't believe I didn't. I don't know. I'm just okay. I'm over last night. I'm tired of talking about last night. We did put up a 190 spot, which was high. I had a lineup that I didn't really like, and I got rid of it at the last moment. And of course, it scored 203, which I didn't send out. So this is what I talk about when I talk about fantasy gods and all of that stuff. And it's crazy because they're like watching me and like, you know what? You like this guy? All right, if you play him, he's going to score 0 runs. But if you don't play him, I'm going to let him hit 3 home runs tonight. Or I'm going to let him hit 2 home runs tonight. So that's that for that crap. We only have a 4-game slate with NFL starting tonight, it looks like. Also, probably today's a travel day, so we can go over these real quick. It doesn't, this isn't going to be a very long podcast. A very long segment. It doesn't seem like, we don't have a lot of people are probably working, so there's not very many people here. But I figured I would go through a lot of stuff, some of the stuff, and see what things people like, things people don't like. Remember today, games start at 6:40 for baseball. It's one slate, main slate starts at 6:40, not 7 o'clock. So it's something to remember. First game we have is Cincinnati versus San Diego. Eric Lauer versus Luis Castillo. I really like. Castillo. He was the one that hurt me last time I went against him. He basically shut down. If I remember correctly, he shut down the Cardinals. After the Cardinals had scored 12 runs the night before. So, against the San Diego offense, that's not really good. I think he's a good pick for tonight. I think you have to, I don't like Lauer at all. I think you go Suarez and some other righties that they have. Although, off the top of my head, I can't really think about the righties that they have. Let me take a look real quick at some of the righties that Cincinnati has, but I feel like their whole team is lefties. Goodness, yeah. I guess Billy Hamilton's a switch, or is he's a lefty? Peraza's a righty, so you go Peraza Suarez, and against Lauer in a small ballpark, on a small slate, and we'll see what happens. I don't like any of the San Diego bats. I never do. I have to stop saying I feel like I say like every single second. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I just get nervous when I'm on here, but I can't say next week when I'm on the radio show because people think, oh my God, this guy sucks. And then I say it's just like a habit. Chicago versus there we go again. The Nationals. Strasburg versus Hendricks. Two really good pitchers. Strasburg didn't pitch bad last game. Hendricks been looking okay. This is a tough game. I think you stick with you stick with the pitchers, and fade the batters. This game could easily be 3-2, or it could be 6-5. I probably would say stick with the batters. I mean the pitchers pretty much. Go with Strasburg. Go with Hendricks. Although on a 4-game slate, you might just want to fade this game. I mean, it does have an 8.5 run total, but this might be a game you just fade, or you just go lefties. You go the Harper and Soto and Rizzo and Schwarber and Murphy. Those are guys that I probably would go with if I take this game. The next game, Bieber versus Sammy G. You know, Cleveland has the highest run total on the board at 4.98. Obviously, in a small slate, you're going to take, the Lindors, the Brantleys, the Alonzos. I think those are the guys that I'm really interested in. I really like Bieber here. I think Bieber is a good pick if you want to go low salary price at 8.6. There's 3 other pitchers that are higher than him, but in my opinion, not in the best matchup. So Bieber could be a nice little go-to here. He's a 153 favorite, and we know he's gonna get the support from his offense. So why not? Go Bieber. If you want to go against Bieber, Smoke's been hot. Morales is good. McKinney's always a play. Those are the players that I'm looking at for that game. Last game on the 4-game slate is Atlanta versus Arizona. Greinke versus Sanchez. Greinke's the top pitcher on the board. Tonight. But reality is Atlanta's offense isn't bad. So do you take Greinke and hope he shuts down a really good offense, and with a 7.5 run total, it's the lowest one on the slate. So I think you just basically scrap the offense, scrap the pitching on that. I think Anibal Sanchez on the other side. I think you can go a little bit lefty wise with Arizona. I think you can go Peralta, Marte, John Jay if he's in the lineup. Some players like that. That's who I would do. I don't, Atlanta bats. Obviously, you have the usual suspects of Freeman, Markakis, Acuna Jr., Albies, Camargo. Those are all good plays, but Greinke could shut them down. So for this slate and a recap, I think we're just really looking at, for me personally, I'm looking at Bieber as my pitcher. I'll probably make 1 or 2 lineups. Bieber as my pitcher. Cleveland offense. Suarez and Peraza definitely in the lineup. And you can sprinkle in some Arizona and see if that helps you out. That's what I'm looking at. But that's it. That's all that I have for baseball. As for football, my lineups are out already. I'm absolutely in love with it. Thank you, Matt. Matt writes, man, I saw your lineups for NFL Thursday, Monday. Fire. Well, thank you so much for being a seasoned subscriber, man. I appreciate it. We're gonna kick ass. There's no doubt in my mind that with the lineups that I'm putting out every week, we're gonna kick ass in football. So either you're with us or you're against us. It's good. We're putting out multiple lineups every single slate. We're gonna give you chances to just win big. This is not MLB where somebody's going 0 for 4. You're gonna the players we put in there are gonna be being thrown to. They're gonna be running the ball. They're gonna be throwing, and our quarterbacks are gonna be nasty. Um, I'm really really looking forward to tonight. Although I'm really only going with one player in tonight's game, I kind of really I'm looking forward to starting. Some of the players that I'm looking at this week are the obvious that a lot of people are probably gonna like. The David Johnsons, the Camaras, the Breezes, the Gronks, um, Michael Thomas, Antonio Brown, a lot of players like that. I'm looking at a lot of try to look for low owned players. I think Chris Hogan's going to be low owned. I think Keelan Cole of Jacksonville. Now that there was an injury to oh, God, I'll think of it later. But a wide receiver on Jacksonville got hurt. Cole's in. I think he's going to be a good player for everybody. Kansas City's going to be up and coming. Patrick Mahomes is good. Kareem Hunt is good. Um, you know, they got players that are just really, really going to step it up that I like. Dalvin Cook against San Francisco is another player that I really like. So these are the kind of guys that I like. This is what I'm looking at. Again, I said I'm going to keep this short today because of only 4 NBA, NFL game, MLB games. Wow, today is I need some coffee or something. But join me tonight. It's 175 season, 15 for the week, and $4 per slate. Guys, we're gonna win. We're gonna do big things with football. Basketball's coming. It's another thing we're gonna do big on. So I hope you all join me. Thanks so much for watching. You have any questions, concerns, comments, you can put it on here. You can hit me up on my Twitter at Top 10 Fanduel. Yesterday I said at top10fanduel.com. What the hell is .com? It's at Top 10 Fanduel. Thanks for joining us. We out.